So you can continue to make a little quiz. Here I've got my questions and I've put all my answers in. If you want to see what it looks like, you can press this I button here, which is the preview button. Now that is the live form now. This is the link that you will share with students, and that's live. Whatever changes I make in my quiz instantly change in the quiz here. So it's really flexible. If you suddenly see a spelling mistake, you can do it in the question area and it will appear in the response. So this is what they will see. So you can have a quick check through. These little red asterisks means that it is compulsory, they must do it. You can see here that I haven't pressed that, and it tells them how many points that it is worth, and the submit button. You need to decide how you're going to share this form with them. So as I said, that's the URL link. So depending on what devices they're going to be using might depend on what you want to do. So you could get them typing that all out. Usually takes a long time, and they will get all of these letters and numbers mixed up. You could put that link onto a school system where they can all access, so they can just link onto it. If you're using devices such as iPads, you can create a QR code which they can scan, and then it will instantly take this to them. Or if you've got something which is a URL shortener, you can press that or put it into a URL shortener online, and it will give you a much shortened version of the URL which will take you to the same form. So you've got several options, but you need to think carefully how they will access the quiz. So once you've given them the quiz, they need to fill it in with their details. By the way, you can have another option where they can identify their class they're in. If you're giving this to lots of classes and you want it to all end up in one spreadsheet, we'll come to that. You could have a drop down the class and that will identify the class. So I've chosen all my answers here, and I'm going to submit to see how well I've got on. So because I selected in the first place that they could view their score, here we go, let's see. So obviously the name surname's not scored, so I've got total 1 out of 4, and I've got this one wrong because it wasn't Jerusalem, it was Mecca, and there's that feedback that I had there. So if I'd obviously put more detail in the feedback, the student would be able to understand why they were wrong. I got that one wrong, and there's the correct answer. I got this one wrong, but actually there were 2 correct answers, which I will explain, but I gave the weighting of 1 mark to get 2 answers, so just by getting 1 I didn't get the full mark, and then I got this one correct, and we'll look at what that means in terms of the spreadsheet. So I'm back onto my form, and I've had 2 responses. I've had 2 people answer my quiz. This is where it starts getting interesting. So if you click onto responses, you can then start seeing how people have answered all the questions. Obviously you can see who, but this is where you can start analysing. Maybe I didn't teach that very well because they don't know what monotheism is and how it links to Islam. It gives you all of their results in a generalised manner, and it shows that people can still do the quiz. If I want to turn the quiz off so they can't answer it, I can turn that off. This is interesting because you can choose some things here that will be really useful. You might want to know whenever somebody actually does the quiz and get an email every time. That will link to your Gmail account. You can also download and print all of these responses. Once everyone's had a go at the quiz, you might want to share it with somebody else, print them off, or you might want to start again. So they're really important for looking at results. Now I need to choose how I want to see the results. So there's 2 ways you can do it. The easiest way is this one. You want to create a new spreadsheet, and it automatically titles it the same as the quiz up there. So I'll create, and that's now making a spreadsheet that will show me all the answers, which has appeared now at the top. So for this quiz, I've got the quiz itself and the administration of the quiz with the questions. I've got what the students see, and now I have a spreadsheet with the results on, and this is where I can start doing my analysis. The great thing is you can see when they took the quiz, which is interesting because I've had students completing homework in the early hours, their score, and then their answers.